Hi Tom, do you have a minute?
Yes, of course. Sit down, please.
Do you know this report?
Yes, I do.
We have to do something right now.
You're right, but what? How?
Maybe the young managers can help us.
That's a nice idea because our management development program shows they are high potentials.
Okay, let's give them the opportunity and see what will come up.
Yeah, but it has to be good because we are in big trouble.
Our CEO has asked us to recruit young HTM professionals. It seems that the average age of the HTM employees is too high. Many of them will leave the company in a few years, and they know everything.
Everything? So what do you mean?
Well, the HTM employees are an endangered species.
Woo! Well, maybe because the baby boom generation is reaching retirement right now. So we do need to recruit young professionals. But why did he ask us to come up with a solution?
Well, they probably think we know best why young people like to work here.
Well, perhaps we should ask our young professional colleagues.
Yes, that's a good idea. But why do we work here?
I like working in HTM because of the long tradition in public transport. There's such a huge amount of knowledge gathered in this company. I'm learning with my colleagues every day. They might be somewhat old, but they know so many things.
I never looked at it that way. Do we think this might be a reason for future employees to apply for a job at HTM?
Well, most of us like to use our brains. That's why we like working here. This is something we should tell our future colleagues.
Sounds like a good idea, but how can we reach them?
Hey, good to see you here. I have a question about the Innovus course. Do you know how old it is?
Why do you ask?
Well, we're using it since I work here. Do you think it's still suitable?
You mean to the real world?
Yes, I do.
If a program is outdated, maybe we should update it.
But do you know anyone who's working in the public transport industry?
Well, some of our former students might.
Well, they might, but once they have graduated, you hardly ever see them again. By the way, it's 5 o'clock. I gotta run.
Okay, see you later. Bye-bye.
Hello, Professor Van Broekhuis. How are you?
Hey, I'm fine. I remember you. You passed exams a couple of years ago. What are you doing nowadays?
I work at HTM right now. It's really a nice job. My work really means something for the city. Better public transport will help to make the city a much nicer place to live in and to visit. It is really thrilling to see the first sketches on paper of new tramline and seeing it being realized over the years.
Wow, that sounds like a great job.
Together with a couple of young professionals, we are working on a plan to attract new employees.
Aha, the aging problem. What is HTM going to do about it?
We don't know yet, but I remember this course you teach. It is called InnoBus, right?
Yes.
Do you still teach it?
I was just talking about it with my colleague. We've been teaching it now for 10 years. It's still quite popular. Don't we think it needs an update? Actually, we are looking for a local partner to cooperate with.
Perhaps we can join forces. We can help you to improve your course.
Yes, and in return, you can show HTM as an attractive employer.
That sounds like a golden opportunity. Let's make an appointment.
Yes, let's do it.
So have you heard anything about the recruitment project?
No, I was wondering about that too. And
Good morning.
Good morning.
You know who I ran into yesterday?
Who?
Professor Poelgeest from the Hague University. We were talking about the recruitment of young professionals. Perhaps we can join forces. He's teaching this module.
I know that one, the InnoBus course. I followed it. It's a really interesting course.
InnoBus? What's that?
Well, it's a real-life course. They teach every second-year student at the Hague University. The students are asked to advise the management of a bus manufacturer. We had to take a variety of aspects into account, such as production, marketing, finance, as well as the different demands of the stakeholders. Everything.
Yes, that's right. Together we agreed on updating the course. If we introduce the perspective of a transport company like HTM in this course, the students will get to know our line of work.
That's interesting. That's how we can attract more students to apply to HTM jobs. Let's meet the man.
Good afternoon, Mr. Volger.
Hi.
Hi. Thank you very much. Hello, I'm glad you came. I'm really interested about your ideas about cooperation and about updating the Innovus course.
Well, we think it would be an improvement if we introduce the perspective of a public transport company to the students.
Okay.
You know, in the current course, students only focus on the manufacturer and the public transport companies. But HTM is the real buyer of the buses. We are the true client. And we need to show the perspective of all different stakeholders,
Such as?
such as our passengers,
Of course, yes.
Local government.
local government,
The environment.
environment,
Drivers.
our drivers,
Maybe technical staff?
our technical staff. Well, public transport companies have to balance all those different wishes and demands of the stakeholders. And I think it's appealing to students to have this in the Innovus course.
But I'm wondering if it is enough to have such a course just once in your study. Perhaps we should embed the course in a 4-year strategy.
Maybe HTM can contribute to more parts of the curriculum. It's always interesting to have lecturers from within the industry.
Indeed, and HTM can support students' mobility by sponsoring interesting activities.
Well, that's something our management will like.
Welcome. We are very much interested in your proposal to solve the aging problem. Tell us more about this.
Well, we propose to reach young professionals by cooperating with the Lake University. Together we developed a strategy by which every student will get to know about HTM from the first year until and even after their graduation.
Well, as you can see, in the first year, we plan to participate in the introduction program. The second year, students will get to know HTM because we will contribute to a fictive case, such as Innobus. Third year students, however, will have real case studies provided by HTM. And in the fourth years, students can follow internships at HTM and they can even graduate at HTM. And for the alumni, we offer master classes.
And during the whole study, HTM will sponsor student mobility.
This will result in the following 3 points. First, closing the gap between industry and education. Second, students will get to know about HTM jobs. And third, HTM will meet new local talents. And last but not least, more applicants will solve the aging problem.
This sounds very good. This will save HTM from extinction.
But not only HTM will be saved, Maarten. This program will also attract a lot of new workers to the public transport industry. And as you know, every company, also ours, depends on the whole industry. And on top of that, it contributes to the quality of education and makes it more attractive. Marvelous. Thank you.